baby. Oh, I gotta go to work. I almost feel like a weekend. That's nice. That's actually nice. I went to work when I felt like I should have been working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when I wake up, I'm like, let me chill. And I'm like, alright, it's about time to go to work. And when I'm like, I've been working long enough for the day, it's time to go home. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody like, nigga, you better get this done. They talking to me about what you, nigga, you ain't been doing what you supposed to be doing. Man, you back at it, baby. Oh, right on time, my boy. Right on. Oh, shit.
Everybody wants to be that fast.
Okay. Things just got out of hand. I don't know what the hell.
Fields on first down.
See what I'm talking about?
Incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Oh, somebody my shoulder.
They will run for the first time.
What? How I get faked out when I ain't supposed to be able to get faked out?
The numbers for Sanders last week, 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit different.
You getting old, Miles. What kind of game was that, Playboy?
To move the football.
What kind of game was
that?
that?
Do it through the air, or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. This defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fields on 3rd down.
Smoak.
Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Why is he even in the game?
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt.
Too much speed.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Oh, shit. I was supposed to put him in the game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Shit about you, Danny. Talking shit about you, dog.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
Tapestry. Said y'all forgot about me.
Field right around the 40-yard line.
Look at him, stunned.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The job might be in jeopardy, my boy. The job might be in jeopardy.
No, I don't like that. He'll get this up only to about the 41. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Block to the right, please. It's a fool of coming. It's a fool
on
of
2nd
coming.
and 9. Jones.
Get off tap.
Outside, it's complete. He's
I'm
got
wrong.
it. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Change their mind. I better watch him top. Don't play with him, girl. Don't play with Young Tapestry.
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Joe Johnson.
It shows in my quitting days.
Throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football. And they take.
Don't throw it, Ingram. I wasn't there. That was wide open. Sit down. Hit him with some solidarity. Hit him with some solidarity.
At the 30-yard line.
That's what he did.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
Get the hell out the way.
He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram, he was no doubt a key piece to their puzzle in that victory.
And when this offense plays well, you just know he's going to be in the middle of everything, don't you? I mean, defense is going to say, we've got to take this guy away. He doesn't allow himself to be taken away, does he?
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
They're going to tap again, getting plays.
Now Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake. Jones. This will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. That's now a second interception, and it's really reached from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatile. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. Finding room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Sanders shaking it back.
Don't be running from this smoke.
Got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Azeez Ojulari has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Christensen. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Jones now on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket.
I didn't get out.
Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll look to throw again.
Get the hell off him. Come on, man. Sick of this.
As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
I call you this word, coach. I want to call you this word, coach.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right.
Leave me alone.
Out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions
damn
had
right
plagued
I
him,
do.
especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Flush to his right.
Come on! Young Tapestry.
Giants. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to
Always
start the
double
third
dip.
quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Finally, some excitement. It's the dry-ass game of Madden with the most excitement you ever seen in your life.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
You run it out if you want to. You a dead man. Man, run it out.
Not wanting to risk
Yeah,
anything here
run it
late
out.
in the half. He'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football up to the 25.
Bitch. All I gotta call.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Please.
And with 8 seconds on
It's
the
on
clock,
you, fault.
really not a lot of time to try
It's
to
on
put
you,
anything
fault.
together.
Yep.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime here with, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of
we
the
can
second
score
half.
again. Let's do it.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taking in at the 3. And up to
And the
about
breaks.
the 26-yard
big
line, just
shot
across the
coming.
25. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Open man right side is Tony. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On the run, this is Jackson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards.
Was a holding just that
Let's
fast?
check on the call.
Y'all some haters. Y'all some haters. Pat ain't never hold.
Whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able
Every
to fire out
single
block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's caught by Jackson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
Get it.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
We're going to tap a street with a break, man.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back.
Yep.
It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Looking to throw. Jones flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
That's the ball.
And it's nearly an interception,
no
but it's
damn
incomplete.
interception. He dropped it.
Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
That
will
was your
not
op.
be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory now. We'll see what transpired. On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, Fields. That's complete right side to Smoak. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Get your hits in.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And power running here down on the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jarnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the 38, Jones. Dancing to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they go for it on
I'm
4th,
sorry,
but this
Ted.
one is going to
I'm
wind up
sorry.
incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Looking for more there on first down.
Oh, come on, bro. You need it in your life.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Jones throwing on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken right around the 44. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game
Let's forget about him.
you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jabrilskis.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon?
How?
Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard
Terrible
line.
game. That ain't looking like he might should have got benched, but he we'll see when we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. They'll run again with Green. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one is right down the middle. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Taking the L today.
Johnson with the INT. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation. Right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, Charles, the old
saying
points at a premium that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bears, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh Lord, there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said about this terrible game. And some who got hurt. It's almost the worst case scenario right now. God damn.